2010 was, for iOS device users, a crazy year packed with highlights that ranged from incredible highs to disturbing lows. The usual range of clones littered each passing week, with enough reruns to keep even the most dedicated of gamers busy. But when it came down to it, there was just so much to love about this year's major, and even minor releases. So, without further delay, AppSpy.com presents its top 10 iOS games of 2010. Number 10. Aralon Sword and Shadow HD. The lead up to this semi-open-world RPG wasn't spectacularly huge. However, with a pedigree that included titles like Ravensword and Rhinelands for developer Crescent Moon Games, it was a title to keep your eyes on. Those who took the plunge when it was released were rewarded with a large, complex title that managed to remain engaging despite its initial flaws. Great community support and consistent updates, despite only having been recently released, only makes this game better over time. Number 9. Fruit Ninja. Fruit Ninja, by tongue-in-cheek specialists Half-Brick Studios, was their first exclusive release for the iOS devices, and in only a short time its popularity exploded wildly. This may be in part thanks to its gameplay and design that feeds the inner child in all of us. Watching fruit splatter messily while causing wanton destruction only got better over time, as multiplayer and arcade updates were added into the mix, giving players another round of addictive gameplay. Number 8. Cut the Rope. After the success of casual physics puzzlers like Angry Birds, it was hard to work out what could possibly knock off this oft-repeated style. But in October of 2010, we finally had our answer, as Cut the Rope dropped onto the App Store. Featuring perhaps one of the cutest incidental characters ever, and gameplay that rewards clever lateral thinking, Cut the Rope is a delight to play. Number 7. Modern Combat 2 Black Pegasus. No matter your feelings for some of Gameloft's releases, when they get things right, it pushes the envelope, and with the release of Modern Combat 2 Black Pegasus, players were finally treated to a multiplayer system that felt just as rewarding as the title that inspired it. While the campaign and graphical advancements were solid, they paled to the creation of a community that still thrives with competitive play, all on a handheld gaming device. Number 6. Plants vs. Zombies. While not strictly a new release for those who plunged into the title on their PCs the previous year, Plants vs. Zombies was still just as addictive and charming as ever. Feeling completely at home on iOS devices, this challenging and unique variant of the tower defense formula captured the minds and hearts of gamers around the world. Number 5. Hellsing's Fire. What do you get when you mix wisecracking Victorian-era monster hunters and a vampire lord that seems to be built out of pure, solidified hubris? Other than an amusing time, you also get Hellsing's Fire, a puzzler that constantly changes things up with unique enemies and boss fights that add an unexpected action element to the mix. Number 4. Real Racing 2. After the huge success of Firement's prior release of Real Racing, gamers were left waiting to see how the sequel would stack up. At the end of 2010, Real Racing 2 was launched, and the improvements in the visual design were clear, even compared to the already amazing original, and the addition of a mind-boggling 16-player online mode helped this racer to keep its top dog status. Number 3. Infinity Blade. There was almost no arguing that Infinity Blade was going to be a pretty game, but even after loading it up for the first time, it was hard to take in just how breathtaking it truly was. Pairing this with a simple RPG system that, almost cheekily, made a mockery of repetitious gameplay, and a responsive engaging battle system, added flesh and bones to match its pretty exterior. Number 2. GTA Chinatown Wars. GTA Chinatown Wars was, perhaps, one of the most underrated releases of 2009, bringing the series back to its roots while introducing a unique economy system that could be exploited and clever missions that mimicked its console cousins. The fact that iOS gamers got to experience the best of both the DS and PSP versions made this the penultimate version for fans of the series. Number 1. Chaos Rings. With a powerhouse like Square Enix backing a solid developer like MediaVision, great things are bound to happen. The fact that iOS device owners could exclusively experience a full-featured and unique JRPG of this caliber was mind-bending all by itself, let alone being able to play a unique turn-based system that's perfectly designed for portable gaming. The combination of fast-paced combat, challenging puzzles, and an intertwining story that highlights almost all of the game's characters made it a rare treat for fans and newcomers alike. And that's it for AppSpy.com's Best of 2010. It seems almost unfair, given the sheer volume of excellent releases, to have to leave it here. But feel free to comment with your favourite game of the year, and don't forget to subscribe to get your daily dose of high-quality App Store reviews. This has been Andrew with AppSpy.com. We review, you decide.